Hey guys, hide your wallets, hide your games. Times of Legends Joan of Arc by Mythic Games is back and bigger than ever on Kickstarter. There's everything from the first campaign plus plenty of new stuff, so fair warning, this is going to be a bit more involved of a details video than most, but that's what I'm here for, so let's get into it. As always, I'm going to start out with some high-level game details. Time of Legends Joan of Arc is a 2 to 4 player competitive skirmish-style miniatures game, taking about 60 to 90 minutes of game time. Play can be scenario-based or battle mode, where armies are picked in a more traditional skirmish mode. Regardless of which mode chosen, players will command 15mm human army miniatures up to giant mythical dragons. Each player will issue commands such as activate, charge, and interrupt to have their units move around the map where terrain matters, make attacks, speak with NPC characters, and more. Each unit type is unique with a card explaining their attack, defense, and special abilities. Attacking involves rolling dice for both attacking and defending players, with some area of effect situations and the difference between killing or only disrupting units. Disrupted units might return to the battlefield in the future. And really that's it for a super high level overview of the game. For more information, feel free to watch my highly in-depth review linked in the description below. Note, of course, that any 1.5 version is bound to fix issues found in the 1.0 version, which we'll cover shortly. And that's because it's high time to go over the campaign specifics. Okay, so fair warning here, there's a lot to cover. The first Joan of Arc was a massive Kickstarter, and having a 1.5 only adds to it. I'll go my normal route, however, and go over the individual pledge tiers and what each one is, then break down any add-on possibilities and finally any campaign-wide information such as shipping. Thankfully, there are only 5 pledges to cover here. The a la carte pledge, the Teutonic pledge, the 1.5 complete pack pledge, the core pledge, and the legendary 1.5 pledge. You heard that right. The complete pack is the 3rd pledge and comes before the core pledge. Like I said, let's work on breaking this down. First up is the a la carte pledge at $6. This gives you nothing but access to updates, the comments, and the pledge manager to pick what you want. Now for the start of the real pledges. The Teutonic pledge costs $80 and provides the new Teutonic Knights box and all unlocked 1.5 stretch goals. I'll break this down soon. Following that, we have the 1.5 complete pack pledge, which costs $109. This offers everything from the previous pledge tier, plus the new deluxe storage box. Then we have the core pledge at $129. This comes with the core box and the reliquary box. Finally, we have the legendary 1.5 pledge for $889. This comes with one of everything, including the core box, the reliquary box, Teutonic Knights expansion, all 1.5 stretch goals, deluxe storage box, legendary dragon, apocalypse, legendary battles, siege, Ars Nova, Battle of Caravant, Ottoman Army, Unleash Hell, and Village Pack expansions, the Siege Equipment Box, Activation Banner, Neoprene Playmat, Role-Playing Game Book, RPG Dice, Extra Bases, and Combat Die Packs, the Dice Tower, all-in card sleeves, the Compendium, and the new RPG expansion. Whew! Okay, before I break these down, note that I'm only going to explain the new stuff. Honestly, I'd spend the time to explain everything I just listed, but the whole point of these videos is that they're a quick way for you to get up to speed enough to have a better understanding of the campaign layout, which I think this still does. Feel free to click on their images on the main Kickstarter page to view more info about everything. Additionally, and very importantly, every returning backer from the first campaign that ordered a maiden pledge that spends $20 on the 1.5 PM on anything will receive the physical 1.5 update pack for free. That includes the hardcover scenario collection, that includes all the scenarios, plus updates to many of them, a new 1.5 rulebook, hopefully with an index, and a set of updated cards and a miniature guide to help with setup. These will be available as PDFs for everyone. Let's talk about the new stuff now. The Teutonic Knights box contains 105 miniatures, 10 plastic terrain pieces, 1 scenario book made up of 5 different scenarios, 15 double-sided terrain tiles, 50 cards and various tokens. The stretch goals included in this will surely add to the miniatures and scenario count. The deluxe storage box has its inserts designed by Game Trays and is designed to hold all cards, tokens, tiles, cubes, and dice. Finally, we have the add-ons section. This is split into two parts, individual add-ons and bundles. For individual add-ons, we have the core box plus reliquary box, which is just the first Kickstarter stretch goals box, for $129. Next up is the Teutonic Knights expansion for $80. This is what you'd add to a core pledge if you are new and just want the core game plus the new expansions, and this does come with the stretch goals. Following that, we have everyone's favorite Legendary Dragon expansion for $70. This sucker is amazing. Link in the description below to my painting video of him. Then there's my personal favorite, the Siege expansion for $90. You can also get the Apocalypse expansion for $70, the Legendary Battles expansion for $65, the Village Pack expansion for $60, the Unleash Hell expansion for $40, the Ars Nova expansion for $20, the Siege Equipment expansion for $30, the Ottoman Army expansion for $30, the role-playing game for $60, the customized RPG dice for $10, the new RPG expansion for $39 that comes with 5 scenarios, the $30 compendium, the $10 Cravent expansion, the $30 scenario collection book. Remember, this is free for returning backers that spend at least $20. The deluxe storage box, the neoprene playmat. Note that many scenarios are too large for this, but it is quite nice quality. The $30 plunder kit, $10 for more base rings, which is needed as you don't get enough in the core box. The $20 oversized core tiles kit, which is a welcome addition as the base ones are slightly too small when full. And then the bundles. Why get a bundle? To save some money, of course. None of these bundles include the core rules or new expansions, so this is just pure add-on stuff. First up is the Majestic bundle for $350. A savings of $65 for the Legendary Dragon, Unleash Hell, Legendary Battles, Ars Nova, Village Pack, and the Apocalypse expansion. This is all the big box expansions of the first campaign. Next is the Mythic bundle for $210, a savings of $30. It includes the Legendary Dragon expansion, Unleash Hell, Village Pack, and Apocalypse expansions. Finally, as in this is the last part, we have the Heroic bundle for $190, a savings of $25. This includes the Siege, Legendary Battles, and Village Pack expansions. Shipping of everything is estimated for October 2020 and should cost around $35 for a US core pledge. And that brings us to everyone's favorite part of the video, the King's Decree. I think the fact that I have backed every single game Mythic Games has brought to Kickstarter and how much I enjoy Joan of Arc shows the quality of stuff they are producing. Yes, I have some issues, but they are all minor. For instance, as I mentioned, that neoprene mat is gorgeous, but far too small for many scenarios. Now that we can finally get larger hexes, which I recommend, it is even more useless and not recommended. Speaking of the large hexes, I really hope the deluxe storage box comes with enough room to accommodate larger hexes. Same with sleeved cards. Speaking of sleeves, no word yet on if the all-in that we had from 1.0 will be able to cover the new stuff here. I suspect because there were extra, but again, don't know for sure, especially after stretch goals are added. What they are doing by providing the free upgrade for returning backers is fantastic, and I'm really glad to see that happen. It looks like the vast majority of my issues with 1.0 are resolved with the scenario book, miniatures guide, and deluxe storage box. So if you are interested at all, please feel free to follow the link to the Kickstarter in the description below, right under that like button. I've had a lot of fun with the game, and I'm really looking forward to the improvements and new content from this one. And that's it, guys. I sincerely hope you found the video helpful. If you did, and you appreciate the work it took to organize and write a script for it, then please be sure to give the video a like or let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to see more content just like this, then be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, as I often let you know about day one rewards, but obviously that only is good for you if you see the video the day it's launched. If you appreciate all the honesty and work involved in running this channel and are able to, please give my Patreon link a quick look. My wonderful patrons really keep this channel going and are the backbone to it all, so thank you to them for this. And with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll speak with you again soon. Hey guys, just a quick update before I leave you for today. On my Patreon, if you are interested, I am doing a sort of giveaway with some exclusive Tainted Grail miniatures, so that's going to be going out to all of my patrons here real soon, so congrats guys on that. Additionally, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the actual reality of board game coverage on YouTube. It's nothing crazy. I just want you guys to be aware of the kind of business practices that happen behind the scenes here on YouTube for board game coverage. And I figure releasing it to my patrons and having them kind of look at it and just maybe give me some pointers or anything like that when it comes to wording for my eventual YouTube video on that. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. You guys have a wonderful day.